U.S. stocks ended higher on Tuesday as investors bet on positive results out of trade talks between the U.S. and China. The Dow rose 0.25%, the S&P 500 added 0.5%, and the Nasdaq climbed about 0.6%. The trade talks in London are aimed at defusing a tariff dispute that has roiled global markets this year. U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said earlier on Tuesday that the trade talks were going well and could run into Wednesday. Later, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told reporters the talks would continue as needed.
We have had 2 days of the productive talks. They are ongoing. My colleagues, Secretary Lutnick and Ambassador Greer, are going to be continuing as needed with the Chinese delegation. So thank you very much.
Are we going to have a deal tonight?
With investors betting the U.S. will reach trade agreements that reduce Trump's steep trade barriers, the S&P 500 is now trading just below its February record highs. Michael Landsberg, Chief Investment Officer with Landsberg Bennett Private Wealth Management, says companies continue to perform well despite the tariff concerns.
The markets had good earnings. We've had, basically the S&P 500 last quarter was up 12% year over year, NASDAQ up 23%. I think people have realized that, a lot of the death of the market has been greatly exaggerated. Tariff talk has basically sucked the air out of every room you go into. It's all everybody talks about. I think people missed a lot of the fundamentals that we had in the quarter, which is basically, again, stronger earnings, double digits, and all the major indices, even the Russell 2000, which we don't like, had double-digit earnings growth year over year.
Stocks on the move Tuesday included J.M. Smucker, which plunged 15.5% after the Jif peanut butter maker forecast annual profit below estimates. And shares of Snap bounced between gains and losses after the social media platform said it would launch its first ever smart glasses for all consumers next year, ratcheting up competition with Meta in the wearable tech market. On Wednesday, investors will weigh consumer price data from the Labor Department, which could show the impact of U.S. tariffs on goods prices and could influence the path the Federal Reserve takes on interest rates.